on the Goddrifter247sun channel. Surprise! Now let's move on to the next one. What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to a very strange episode. So, if you guys remember previously, I was meant to review the last two cars, which were the Mark 4 and the Mark 5 Supra, but apparently I got hit with I got hit I got hit in the face with the sleepiness and the yawning. So yeah, without any further ado, let's talk about these cars and wondering why these are so popular. And also, this will be episode 29 as well because, well, to be frank, most people will have been like, "Oh, don't worry, it should be fine." Um, all right, all right, all right, all right. I need to do more tuning because it has been a while since I driven my Supra. So at least, the least I can do is literally just uh tune it right. All right, so I got, jeez, it's Christ, it was 22 and 18. Man, not gonna lie, that is, it's not even that low, and you had, oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so let's see what's the matter with the car here. Okay. Okay, so the diff is locked. Um, hmm. Okay, just need to. Hmm. Oh, great. Yeah, we got a problem here. I think the wheels are too big. You know, they're the right size. I think it's due to the fact that it has um had 265s all around. Um, okay. Alright. Even though, yes, my splitter is literally phasing through the ground. I really don't want to do this, but they leave me no choice. I might as well just something for it to go along with it. Okay. I think. Ooh. Actually. I was just hoping it isn't a bad idea. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's see what at it. Okay, put in a roll cage. Gonna keep the trunk the way it is. Give me the wing. Oh. uh, I cannot change the rear bumper? Huh. Okay. Form, let's see. Function over form. Well, yeah, function over form. Anyways, uh, no, it's been a while since I drove my very own Toyota Supra, so please do not remind me that I'm not driving it correctly or, oh no, you ruined the car. It's like, well, I just don't hit it. Alright, so how did the Supra get started? Essentially, it was a Celica's performance model, and not to mention the Celica Supra was probably a very special addition to, well, the Celica. It was until the 80s where literally Toyota split the Celica and the Supra apart. So now now Celica has found their own car again, and they actually had a new line of car, the Supra. The Supra, first of all, came with a 5M GTE, which made over around, I'd say, 210 horsepower and around 190 foot-pounds of torque. And keep in mind, at the time, that's good horsepower for what it was. Along with that, the, the 870 is what it's called. Also came with a plethora of engines, ranging from the 5M GTE to the 7M GTE to even the first ever of the of the JZ type engines, known as the 1J. The 1J was a 2.5 liter, well, or should I say 3 liter inline 6 that usually came with twin turbos and go around over, I'd say, well, due to gentleman's agreement, all of us will have to assume that they will be around 275 horsepower. And hey, guess what? Builds a platform for this thing, Mark IV, or also Mark IV, or in other words, the 880, which not gonna lie, probably the most overhyped. I will not say overhyped, but it is way too hyped up for what it is. Essentially, you got cars like these, almost the price of Lambos. And no, I'm not pulling your neck here. I literally checked the prices, and they are beyond ridiculous. And keep in mind, it's a Toyota. Toyotas should not be the cost of supercar territory. But anyways, this Supra has a legacy that most people didn't realize. And that legacy is that for some reason, one way or another, in terms of the Grand Prix stuff, Grand Prix racing and stuff, the 2J usually gets swapped out for a 2.5 liter inline 6, which is literally a lot lighter than the 2J, which is weird because 2J is kind of like our LS in the United States. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Well, it shouldn't be 9 AM. Oh, I know, I can tell from the fact that mine is military tie. The reason, okay, the one why it's called 28.5 because while I was talking about like one of the most iconic Japanese brands ever made in history, I ended up getting the case of the yawning and the, well, not yawning, the jazziness. That's basically what I like to call. Is that what they call it, right? Yeah, that's probably what they call it. And I didn't do the last two cars, so I'm doing the Mark IV and the Mark V, aka people keep calling it the BMW. The reason it's doing that because it has a Z4 chassis, but Super One. Alright, and actually, here's a fun fact I didn't know, because I actually looked it up recently. Um, what's it called? I probably need to like answer my garage because I pretty much just didn't know that it was most likely one of these. So this apparently it's a Mark II. This is a this is a Toyota Mark II, and I didn't know this. I'm like, oh, it's probably a Toyota Cressida, which I probably would have said correctly myself if I didn't know what car it was. So yeah, this is a Mark II, and this is the older Mark II. So I was baffled. I was like, what in the world? Like I didn't realize that this was. Yeah, apparently this is and this literally came before. Uh, my goodness, where's my Samurai 2? This became this came before this, and it came before this for some reason. I don't know how I didn't manage to put two and two together, and it's like, wait, this is a Cresta. That's the that's a Mark II. Uh, but unfortunately, we never got the. Unfortunately, due to the fact that it's yeah, ended up like it's like it's not bad. Most people will have been like, yeah, was like, wait, what's a Mark II again? It's like, uh-huh. The reason why most people didn't know that is because we never give them Mark IIs because we already had stuff like the Camry as well as the Corolla. But at that time, um, big sedans were a thing, and instead we were given Lexuses, which is a good thing, but at the same time was a bad thing because we missed out on so many Toyotas. But again, the ironic thing is that we were received the Supra. It just like discontinued because it discontinued in '95. While in actuality, the Japan variant of this car discontinued in 2002, which keep in mind that this was probably at best one of the newer Supras. Wait no, I've been saying that for the RX-7's discontinuation um, from the US. The Supra discontinued around I say 90 around 98, 98, 97 because we already received the newer version of the Supra, and well, getting a bunch of other stuff. But I don't know why the Supras skyrocketed in terms of prices recently. Like many people could have easily find a cheap Supra for no more or less than 20 to 30 grand. Um, but the original price was like around I would say 40 grand, which at the time it wasn't bad. But unfortunately, the fact that the yen to dollar ratio was so weak that we can't get cars to produce like this anymore. So we had to discontinue them, which I don't even know why. Anyway, um, after many years, 2014 received the FT1 concept, but the FT1 didn't come out, and then we got the 86s and the BRZs. Then in 2019, or late 2019, the 2020 Supra was the one that came out right after the 86s, which keep in mind it will have been it would take not a lot more than a couple of years to revive the Supra. And how do they do that? It's real simple. They teamed up with BMW to actually create the Mark V Supra or the A90, by using by using BMW Z4 parts. Internally, that is, not externally. Okay, I was about to ask, like, what's wrong with the car? Hmm. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So basically, when it comes to this car coming out, the car was, I would say, it was the right price for what it was. A two-door sports car that has internals of a BMW and half the technology is from BMW, while the other half is Toyota, and then the entire body as well as the the way it was designed was by Toyota. Now, here's the thing. At the same time, it was assuming that it was going to be the matchup of the matchups. It was this and the newer and pretty much recently redesigned uh, Chevrolet Corvette C8. Which, keep in mind, took the sports car industry by storm with the way they have the layout, the way the drivetrain was laid out. But unfortunately, a lot of people thought that the Toyota's prices were a bit controversial. Why, may I ask? Well, simple. The car cost around 45 grand, which, keep in mind, that's almost the cost of a base model luxury car with no special features whatsoever. Which, gotta say, it's not bad. It was a missed opportunity. All right. Hmm. All right. I guess that'll be it for the Supras. All right. Now it's time for me to tackle basically the famous of the famous sedans, aka the JZX model cars. So for those who don't know, what in the world is a JZX model cars? Essentially, it is basically, when it comes to Toyota, they put everything with a two. They have everything with a 2J. No matter what it is, as long as it has a 2J, then it's like, oh yeah, we're good. But it's not just a 2J. Essentially, they're luxury cars that were basically sports saloons, and we are going to get started with the first one, which was no wasn't a was in wasn't was in the last update before this, which is kind of a bit controversial. The fact that they could just change the name to something else, but it wouldn't make any sense at all. So we're just gonna call it a Mark II. All right, it is the 80s, and most people are sick and tired of having to at much as most people wanted the cars to be in the country. So what did they do? Well, they created something along the lines of, well, is grab a vehicle that you can fit your whole family in, and it'll be great. Which thus the Mark II was born. So, for those who don't know what the Mark II is, the Mark II is literally the budget luxury car that is friendly with tuners and business people alike. Now, keep in mind, the JZX family doesn't just it's not just for what's that called? It's not just for the Mark IIs. These are also the name for also the chassis for the actual thing known as chasers. Now the chaser was ironically their best model. The fact that it was literally a 2J and an I. It was the Toy Super and an IS had a bigger brother. But here's the thing: the JZX100 Chaser was the first one to receive the 2J. Now that will have to go to the Toyota Arts though. Our Lexus GS300 variant of the car. So how did it went? How did it went? Well, it went pretty well. A lot of people they liked the Mark II, and it was by far a drifter's choice for essentially a very long awaited future ahead. So here's our so you're wondering what will we so you're wondering how do we know which is which? Because apparently the Chaser, the Mark II, and Mark II as well as the Crown are in the same exact chassis. Well, here's the thing. You're wondering, wait, what about the GS? The GS is under the S1 chassis model cars. So that would mean that the first, second, third, and fourth gen GS model cars are essentially one of the thousands. Anyways, since we took the ride in the 91 in the 1981 Toyota Mark II, why don't we go into the 1991 Toyota Mark II? Then again, wait. Let me fix something real quick. I'm sorry, I just love hologram type stickers. Like it's not that bad when I got used to, the lighting hitting every single thing at the same time. Okay. Need to. Mm. All right. So 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 last one from a 1981 Toyota Mark II to a 1991 Toyota Mark II, and there is a giant year difference between this and the last Mark II that I've driven. So, okay, there we go. I have got that. Um, I had one of the buttons as what's it called? Where's the controller button? Oh, Okay. Here, delete. Okay. Um. Wait, flashers. Wait, so you telling me you can actually flash? Wait. Oh wait. Now I know. It's for the It's for it had the. I think it would have been better if it was L1. Alright. So I'm wondering if 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 I'm okay. So if I'm correctly, the only one I actually revert the car back to its was originally supposed to be excuse me, cop car. Yep. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that was actually pretty fun. Anyway, now since I've done one, since I've done two of my twos, let's in a 91 Mark two. How about we go into a 90? Oh, okay, so basically, wow, it would go into something a little more younger. Basically, the 90. Hmm, actually, not all. I think the Chaser might have been a little bit younger than the in the in that variant of Chaser, because this is literally a 94, 94, 95. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, I had to go with Sleepy Eyes. Okay. Hmm. Actually, now I thought about it. Um, some of these trends that are going to be coming into the car scene that either A, might come back, or B, might not stick around. We never know, because, well, it's kind of obvious. Most people don't want things to change. But, eh, what can we do? Okay, that's a good thing that I kept it exactly the way it is. Anyways, anyways, okay, so Toyota has some sedans. Why didn't we get them in the US? Quite simple. It's kind of like what I said. We had sedans, we had Camry, we had the Corolla, and then not to mention, we also had the we also have um, Lexus. So I don't see the problem. And most people are like, okay, we could have gone given the chaser as well. Like, why do you guys want the chase so badly? It's literally a 4-door set. Wait, I know the reason. And yep, all of us know what that reason is. And that reason is it's because of the engine platform. It is essentially an IS 300 but nicer. Or what else I don't know what by that. Excuse me. Essentially is a 4-door Supra. And here's the thing, Fast and Furious had one. Gran Turismo had one. Animal Z had one. Heck, even this game had one. Alright, now it's time to get to the racing drop of the day, and that is customization. Now when it comes to making a car your own, it's kind of something like this. Oh, we want to do this to our cars. We want to do the other things. We want to do this thing to our car. We want to do that thing to our car. It's just beyond ridiculous. As in, like, why you guys want it to be different so badly? I mean, then again, at the end of the day, you guys just wanted to recreate cars from movies or media, when in actuality you can easily create your own car just by using imagination. For example, you guys remember my car shows, right? Well, basically it's kind of like that. Only difference being, while many wanted cars like that, but other people don't. Heck, some people just actually want to see what they can actually do to the car, vice versa. So not to mention, literally, what most people didn't know is that when it comes to customization, it goes two ways. Either it's a recreation of a movie, or it's just clean. But trying to make your own thing, oh my god, you're erasing the mess out of it. It's like, why in the world are you, like, what do you want from us? Now when it comes to customization part of it, you're gonna come across some bad apples, aka the one, the only copyright laws. Now, I know it is hard to, and I mean it is very hard to get the rights for, not rights. It is impossible to get permission from the parts manufacturer. For example, a lot of people wanted Velocite in a Need for Speed game, but it is entirely impossible that it has been years since they showed up in any game, period. You wanna know what the last game they showed up in? They showed up in Juice 2 High Point Nights for the PS3, Xbox 360, PS2, Xbox, and last but certainly not least, PSP and Nintendo DS. But more than that, a lot of people just want, and here's the reason why most people wanted to gain these vehicles. Not gain. A lot of people want those vehicles, want those manufacturers, because they want to recreate the Fast and Furious cars. Now, essentially, that's kind of petty, okay? The reason why you want a specific manufacturer that hasn't shown up in a video game in a while, keep in mind, so you can recreate a car from a movie. Believe me when I say this. You want to know how many terrible recreations of the Mazda RX-7 from Tokyo Drift. Too many is what I say. And in fact, a lot of manufacturers, heck, even car brands, okay, just as long as what you're doing to the car. So, like for example, Lamborghini let us customize their cars, while Ferrari lets us customize their cars, except they have to be specific parts. Since Ferraris don't normally get customized that way. Now here's the thing. When it comes to these, alright, here's the thing. Ferrari used to not be as cool as they are now. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. You're wondering how many people want a Ferrari in a racing game, and in order to provide that, you need to have an obnoxious amount of money to oh, jeez, my bad. To ever being considered to use permission to use Ferraris in your own video game. And essentially, what it is that they gave you this contract, and it's going to be along the lines of, okay, you can use our cars, but you can't have anybody customize our cars, which is, not gonna lie, probably the stupidest thing that they ever done. Sorry, Ferrari. But you're wondering why people keep bashing you guys. Because you guys don't want your cars to be customized. Then, it's like, well, we want to be exposed to the mass media. Well, yeah, the mass media wants you to actually let them customize your cars. Also, keep in mind, these Ferraris that I mentioned have real-life Liberty Walk bike kits for them. And I'm not joking when I say that. Uh-oh. Holy crap. Well, oh yeah, alright, not to mention, it doesn't just go for car manufacturers and car brands. Wheel brands have to be considered as well. Now, by far, the most popular wheel brand that a lot of people want to get their hands on in terms of making their own racing game is Race, or or if you want to get technical, you can get what is it called? If I remember correctly, it was known as Vogue Racing. engine works. I see, works are fine. I see, they're doing very well for themselves recently. Um, let's see, there's also HRE, which did better than before. Um, ADV1, there's also Koenigs, Momos, and plenty of other stuff as well. You guys wondering, what about such and such brand? Well, either they don't want their wheels in their games, or they actually discontinued due to bankruptcy. Holy crap, that's a lot of people. Alright. Oh, and also these brands, yeah, a lot of people why people choose this specific brand for this specific game. Well, essentially to get them. Well, there's one thing that most people will will most likely will let you guys know for, and that is pure public recognition. Like for example, okay, here's an example. Let's say that a race game about street racing are going to be in take place now, and let's just say they ask TJ Hunts if they have permission to use their game, or essentially to use their bike kits for the games, and most likely, uh, if they want to, if he let them use the bike kit, use the bike kits, then they have to take a lot of pictures, and a lot of pictures in different forms, not different forms, and what was I saying? And not only have to take pictures of the parts, but they have to literally render them in 3D. And it's like, oh, okay, it's not as bad. Alright, I am going to search cars. I'm sorry that I didn't talk about the chasing that much, but long story short, basically is a JZX 110, which will be known as the Chaser. Sold pretty well. It did discontinue it around 99, if I remember correctly. Alright, let's move on to the next and final Mark II, and that will be the 95 Toyota Mark II. And, you know, no, not bad, not bad. Then again, I did use the Lexus IS in an earlier, not earlier stream. Alright, 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 alright. Oh jeez, my bad. Alright, no was I? Oh yeah. So for you future game developers of racing games, if you want to please your audience, make sure that the customization is well and through, and most likely make sure you take crit. Make sure you take crit. Make sure you don't. Okay. Here's the thing. Criticism is needed for things like this. So most likely you can either what the heck? Okay, I don't know what he did. Why don't I go back to drifting? Anyways, so what is it about the wait? No, what's this thing? Oh yeah. And also one more thing when it comes to things like things like customization, make sure that you put in the brand stickers as well, because the thing is, if they don't see what the brand is, then you might have got yourself into a lot of trouble due to the copyright. Oh yeah, he's lagging. I know I've been lagging pretty hard lately, but Jesus. And you're wondering, how many people have actually done this before? They create a video game where they finally created their video game. They figure out what they want to do with it, what kind of updates they want to do for the next couple of weeks, or in fact a couple of years. And then essentially they got sued for copyright for the cars and their bike kits. Why? Because they didn't ask permission from the actual uh, leader of either leader or founder of that specific um, that specific vehicle. All right, now that that's now that racing show is done and dusted, let's let's talk about the JZX 100 one more time, or essentially the Mark IIs. Um, Here we're at a 95 Mark II, which if you say, well, this looks like a Camry, well, you're almost correct, except it's not. In fact, I don't think we even got this car in the US. But if we did, it'd probably be under Lexus. But it does look familiar though. Just saying. Okay. Alright. Oh, and trust me, when it comes to a newer, there's one game that most people want to come back. It'll probably be Midnight Club, and don't worry, I have a plan on making that video soon enough. What I'll say is, it's gonna be a very, very, very long live stream that I can talk for hours. Okay. Alright, I'm guessing that'll be it for now. Hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what to see next. Also follow Instagram at Goddrifter247sun, and follow me on Twitter at GD247s, at Goddrifter247sun, and last but certainly not least, you can you can also join my Discord. It is known as Goddrifter247sun Productions Garage Museum, And last but certainly not least, check out my new series known as Welcome Theory. I'm telling you guys, it's plenty of fun. It took me 36 hours and literally a night of no rest. So, part two is in the works. Right? I'm literally just getting started on the climax. So, climax of the story. Um, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoy your Wednesday. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.